Body, we find live walk and talk going. I found things that are lighthearted enough to complain about, but serious enough to actually take notice of. Also, the sun's starting to rise, so figured with the proper lighting, we'd go ahead and try to shoot one. You might notice that my sunbonnet has been put away. At the moment, it is 61 degrees, and while it will be hot when I get off work, I might or might not have a ride. So, pending a ride, won't need the bonnet as much. In good news, Croy had her litter of kittens. So far, they're all healthy, and hopefully they'll be taken well care of in David's room with the others. That's about all the good news, y'all. Sorry to say. And other news, the sweeping AI stuff has already gone into effect and having just hilariously bad effects, like getting called out for crimes they didn't commit and things like that, because surprise, surprise, AI Skynet isn't ready yet. Maybe in the next 20 years, but right now, it's not doing so hot. Hey, that wolf guy, it's alright. And it's alright. Nice. Whew. It's been a bit of a night, but not that bad. We got hit by, I don't even know what to describe it as, a 5-minute really heavy storm. Like there was hail. The staffs I had been working on that I'll post pictures of in shorts, blown down, hail sprinkled the trailer. It was pretty loud, but it also lasted all of like 20 minutes. I don't know, people got functional playing the Jurassic Park games, and all that is managing a zoo. So, the seed pods are hopefully going to start growing soon. We're just keeping the water moist and hoping that the seeds take root. Dremel, we got it out and we started working on those staffs. The AI therapy thing is just a hoot. Don't trust AI therapy. Don't trust AI at all. I mean, again, if y'all want to use it as like a servant, so be it, I guess, but I wouldn't trust it. Mostly because your servant's a constant box directly to the government. And don't get me wrong, I hear you. Well, if you ain't doing nothing illegal, then, and I mean, I feel you. But what if you're not doing anything illegal and suddenly it confuses your tobacco for something that is illegal in your area? Or it has a hallucination. Not only that, but just asking it silly questions, doing silly things with it. Waste. If we're gonna die for something funny, could it at least be like the nerve net or something that we can dive into? I mean, if I must die on a burning hell planet, can I at least get IRL Skyrim and Minecraft rather than this bullshit where I work 40 to 60 hours? And well or sick, I try my best to make it in to make that work. I don't know. I'm just saying if we're going to sell our souls, let's sell it for a little bit pricier than this. Honestly, I talked about a lot of the stuff on stream already. But most of it's just try to be conscientious of your spending habits. Stick it to the man where you can. I don't remember which singer said it, but I love how it was said. In the world we find ourselves right now, it is crucial that you be very, very kind to people and equally but cruel to systems and machines. Be kind to people, be cruel to systems. Because just that, the people need your kindness, the systems need to be tested. And the current system we have does not seem to be a good functioning one, personally. But then again, what the fuck do I know? I'm not some great civic leader. I'm not speaking to you on high. I'm walking 4 miles to do a 12-hour shift with no break. And due to missing out a day yesterday due to a stomach bug or something that tore me up, I probably ain't gonna make the money I need to in the next 2 weeks. I hate to say, oh well, but you know, I don't dwell on shit I can't fix. It's not that anything will provide, it's just shit happens, especially here in the US. What up, Dragon Girl 1881? How you doing? I would love to hear more news about fucking Putin and Trump doing their little lovers twist in Alaska. I haven't heard anything about that outside of it happened and it was as awkward as you would think. I really do not understand how the U.S. can pretend that we're the world's law enforcement force and yet we've hosted war criminals. I mean, like, open, we are at war with them, war criminals. I'm not saying I wouldn't host them. I'm just saying when Putin came over to say hi, he wouldn't be leaving. He'd be having handcuffs slapped on him, and I'd be, okay, whoever's Russia's second in command, we got him. Build back better. Ditto for Netanyahu. He came over here to have the idiot podcast run. And y'all, as podcasters, do better. The little kids, I'm not judging y'all at all. You get on here and do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Kids get the free pass. But if you're my age or older, don't just be a dipshit. I'm sorry, Theo Von is I heard it said today, and I can't get it out of my head. Theo Von is basically just Larry the Cable Guy, but for Zoomers. And I kept trying yeah, I mean, facts be. Because I mean, think of it. He ain't got to get her done. But, man, I don't know from where my neck of the woods is. What neck of the woods is that, Theo? What suburb neck of the woods is that, friend? Like I said, I don't mean to besmirch any hard-working person, but it's like, honestly, with a lot of these people, fuck them because it's what led us to where we're at. Because nobody has good media literacy. There's a movie with Robin Williams that I have trouble watching sometimes because I still cry seeing Robin Williams. That man has a parasocial attachment to me, or vice versa, whatever it is. But there's a movie where he plays a comedian who basically makes president. And by the end of the movie, it's a ha-ha moment where he basically hands the reins over to the actual presidential nominee because he says, this country shouldn't be run by a comedian. It should be run by a boring, annoying, stick-up-their-ass politician. And that's how the movie ends. And nobody picked up on the meaning in that movie. It had Robin Williams. It had Lewis Black. It had Steve Buscemi. Buscemi was in it. And it was just a good movie. It was a feel-good kind of movie. A ha-ha. But now we've got a clown in office and it's not funny no more. Like I said, I don't know. This used to be a very nature-bound... See that over there? That used to be what it was like on both sides of the road for at least 5 to 6 feet. They mowed it away to make the houses look prettier. Don't all the houses look pretty? Half of them are unoccupied. It's a rough market, y'all, and I don't understand how you can have unoccupied houses and people living on the streets. It seems to me like the capitalist market would fix that to where, you know, oh, the house is empty. Well, I want $1,500 a month for it. You only have $100 you can spare. Does anyone else have? Nope, $100 all I can get? Well, fuck it, we'll leave it to rot. No, according to capitalism, friend, take their $100 and let them move in. They are your only customers. But that's not how our capitalism works. Our capitalism will basically fund the homeowner when the market collapses. And we are showing time and time again, y'all, if you put money in the hands of the people, I'm heading to work at the moment, kanji writing with a heart. Currently, I'm heading to my job. I work as a cook and prep person in a restaurant. I typically cut the stream about, I'd say, 500 to 600 feet before I get to where I work at because, well, some of the folks that watch me watch me from the south, and if they figure out where I work at, my bosses get harassed. It's not fun to harass folks, y'all. Don't do that. But I'm heading to work. And what I typically do on this journey is show you all the beautiful landscape and yap about how we could make it a lot better if only people gave a shit. Because, I mean, it's an easy problem to fix, y'all, and it really is sad how easy it is to fix. Now, granted, it would be a long-running thing. It would take more than just the initial first steps. But the initial first steps would go such a long way in lifting the pressure off the typical American household. First off, we set a number, whatever we find the national, what we would consider being rich line is. I would say it would be like $500,000. But whatever we want to call it as in America, we set it. After that money is made, to the 99th percentile, your check is taxed, meaning after you've made $500,000, every other dollar gets taxed until all you get's a penny. Because we've established you don't need more than $1 million to live in the United States and live very comfortably for the rest of your life. We set that bar, and if you make that bar, congratulations. At that point, all your money goes to funding the state. It's how a lot of other governments work, just differently because their governments are different. It still allows for your stupid competitions, but it doesn't allow for the infinite growth America currently has that allows us to have multi-billionaires. Also, and something that would make a lot of those other rich assholes happy, I would say if you're no longer a citizen living in America, you shouldn't have to pay American taxes. Now, granted, you're not going to be able to run for American office either, looking directly at the Kennedys there, but, you know, you also, I think it's ridiculous that so many people that I watch on here that are living in Taiwan or living in Britain or living in Ireland or wherever these multicultural YouTubers are living at, and yet they're still paying American taxes. And some of them during the Trump administration said, no, Holmes, I got no intention of returning until I absolutely have to. Because right now we're watching the mass exodus of America. That can get out is getting out. Most of us, like myself, unfortunately, are just trapped. Because, yeah, y'all, I'd love to fucking dip out to Mexico or dip out to Canada and go apply my trade to the fucking national parks there to try to record what wildlife we have and do actual work to stop the death of the planet that we live on. That would be the damn dream. Unfortunately, I'm an educated American who's mostly a cook and prep person, so instead of saving the animals, I butcher them up into tasty little bite-sized pieces and then feed them to folks. Cooked in the least healthy way we can possibly cook a food because it's the fastest, and people love their speed, not their sanitation. It's just disappointing is all, y'all. It's just disappointing. I see what the possibility is and what we're going to choose, and seeing the difference between the two is just, you know, disheartening. I mean, it almost feels like if we saw a Godzilla-like entity coming out the woods, half of America would go, wait, let's let him cook. Let's see what he's got to say first before we tried to prevent him, say, smashing all the village houses. We live in very peculiar, God damn it. We live in odd times, friends, peculiar. Clearly my prosthetics are going to give me trouble today with certain words. For the record, sometimes talking to people that aren't there helps me a lot so that I can actually speak normally, because when they did the dental surgery, they weren't kidding. I basically had to redevelop my entire vocabulary. And that can be so goddamn frustrating. To know a word, to know you know a word. But as you try to say it, the more you try to say it, the more it sounds like you've had one too many drinks. Peculiar is one of those words, or was one of those words for me, clearly. And I hear your thoughts right now. Oh, this view isn't so bad. It's almost kind of pretty and quaint. No, it's not. This view is absolute goddamn garbage. The trees are non-native. All the grass is sod. About the best part of it is tiny, and it's right there. Where basically the company didn't see fit to sod it really well. So all they did was kill off the fescue and the nonsense. And it's slowly getting wilded until they eventually see where their error is and fix it. But right there in between the hedges is a teeny tiny little cut of wild. Outside of that, the rest of this shit's just garbage. Which is a shame, because could you imagine what this would look like if it was just prairie flower? Prairie sage and flower, just variations. It'd truly be picture perfect then. And the beauty of growing such things is it would create both a shady type of hedge, natural wildlife refuges, and best of all, it would help offset some of the heat and humidity that we're going to face a lot more of in the coming days. Right now is a very pleasant morning, but that's because we're about to get slapped around by hurricane weather. Now, thankfully, we're far enough inland at the moment that we're going to get slapped around by the weather, probably have some flooding due to, you know, all the sod grass not going to drink up that water coming in. But we'll probably be all right. Savannah, coastal cities, y'all might want to batten down them hatches. But from what the weather models say, it's probably going to slap the donkey shit out of New Jersey and New York and dodge us. It might even head back out. We don't know yet. But right now it's a category 3 and bumping up. So fingers crossed it ain't bad. It's named after a dude, so typically male hurricanes have less damaging things. How much of that's just malarkey and how much of it's related to actual statistics remains to be seen. I hate to say it, that's one part of, and maybe I sound like a radical feminist saying it, but that's one part of the theory that does kind of hold true. Katrina, Irvin. Most of the hurricanes that I've seen that were like real were feminine named hurricanes because the Americans thought, oh, it's a lady hurricane, so I'll just stay put. Also, how are we back on names? I thought we were done with when we were about to start hitting numbers. Did I just imagine that last hurricane season? I could have just imagined that. The news has been so rife with nonsense lately. Who wants to bet they're going faster than 35? Technically, the speed limit on this particular stretch of roadway is 35 to 45. And it drops to 25 once you hit the little intersection further in towards town. I really don't care. It's just bad for the environment and bad for the vehicles. And I don't know, I've gotten old. Going fast doesn't appeal to me as much. I can do it, I just choose not to. What else was I gonna talk about? Like I said, part of it's just the hike takes a certain amount of my thought process away and I start to run low on, And I've been trying to cover funnier topics because, you know, talking about how utterly fucked we are with the fascists in office, while I can do it all day, it's not exactly something anyone wants to tune into. I'd rather tell y'all, hey y'all, my Dremel's also battery operated, meaning that if I can take care of it better than my last one, it should be more effective for my needs. And soon I'll be able to post more woodworking videos. Due to the window pieces that I've taken down, the blinds, if I can make them cross them, if I can figure out how to use them plus the coat hangers, I'll be bringing out some fans soon. You know, some of those fun theater style slap them together fans. I just need to look into more how to make them properly and pretty. Another thought I had was taking pieces of wood, like the stakes, cutting them down into the fans, taking some wood glue, gluing some of the paper images from the coloring books on them, and then making fans that way. I kind of want to try my hand at making fans for a while. Something that's fun and can be boxed up, and I've already got a box full of colored pictures that are done that I need to do something with, and framing was not as much fun as I thought it would be. I mean, by all means, if people are just, nah, dude, I want that picture from the coloring book, but with a cardboard frame on it, then yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do that. It'll be cheap as shit to do that too. But if you want something more practical, art and fan base wide, because that's the other thing that I don't like about this app is a lot of people get on here, and don't get me wrong, for the unhoused and the people that need it, totally, YouTube's a source of reaching out for community. Totally get it. I'm trying to build a community. But I don't like people getting on here and being like, hey, it's the top of the hour. Pay me money, please. Hey, I've had your attention for 5 minutes. Money, please. No. Fuck that. I'm okay. I'm walking to my current job, and while I'm hardly Lives of the Rich and Famous, I'm aight. What I'd ask you to do is send your money to PBS, the local library near you. Hell, give it to the local unhoused person near you. One day, hopefully, hey buddy, big buddy, one day, hopefully someday soon, I'll be able to open up my little shop, and then if you want to support the channel, buy a $2 fan, buy a $3 whatever. I'll keep my prices dirt cheap as I can because I'm mostly making it all by hand. Long as I can still get my materials, I don't care. I'm mostly doing it for the love of the game, not really the love of profit. And that's kind of my thing, y'all. That's what separates me from most of the other creators on here. It's also why I kind of take a teeny bit of annoyance and offense when people try to jump on here and be like, oh, it's a YouTube creator. He just wants money. Hook you up. No. I'm making creations like this for love of the game and love of talking and hopes to inspire somebody to do something better with their day. Also, on days like today when I can't actually pick up the garbage and such, I'm here to say, hey, hopefully you have a good day. Enjoy your wind days too, because right now, I'm happy to report most of the garbage that's on this road is either brightly colored paper or it's decomposable. I still have some plastic to pick up, but I'll do that probably on the next morning walk around. Sometimes I do things without including y'all just because it's easier, like the past couple days where it's been raining. Or sometimes just because the phone dies. Like right now, it was at 60% when I started. The gaming streams are just a lot easier, but I realize until I get a PlayStation camera or some way to be that fun little announcer dude, it's not as much fun watching me. Even though most of them I do include the mic, and I do try to talk through the most of them. We talk about heavy shit on there too, because I can pause the game and look shit up. I've been told I have, quote, been spitting the facts on there at times. And I do what I can. Like I said, I'm just a fucking fry cook, y'all. I'm just here to talk about class consciousness and to try to get y'all to... We need to aim our anger where it belongs, not at the people struggling to survive like me and you, but let's aim up at the people that are having brunch right now. It's like every time I work with my coworkers and we're short staffed because we're perpetually short staffed now, and it's well we need. I'm like, yeah, you know they've got our actual boss at a different store right now because they can't keep management, and the bigger bosses, the ones that supposedly run this show, the owners, yeah, they're not coming out to work. Isn't that amazing? The bootstrapping, get the job done, working hardest folks are the ones that aren't coming into work but want us to work 3 times as hard now because their profit margins are starting to fall because it's a goddamn depression that we're walking into. I mean, don't get me wrong, the industry I'm working in will probably be hit last. We didn't even get hit during COVID at all, which honestly, I kind of, there's a problem there, y'all. Because we had a communicable disease and we shut everything down except for shit like restaurants. It's a communicable fucking disease. I worked with people that probably had COVID because they couldn't afford the sick days because America wasn't going to pay you for your sick days. They just made it to where your employer couldn't fire you for your sick days. They could, however, fire you because you didn't wash your uniforms. And you didn't wash your uniforms because you were out that week with COVID or that 2 weeks with COVID, you know? I'm just saying we got real dumb systems here that need to be refined and redone. Those are wire cutters. I kind of want to take those. Whew. Never mind. I kind of want to get those out the road on my way back through, possibly, if I get the chance. They done been hit a few times. But nah, y'all, it's just frustrating that to do the wrong thing pays in dividends. To do the right thing is a uphill battle. And no matter how good or bad you're doing, nothing ever feels like you're making any good leeway. That's what I was going to bitch about. The idiots on the fucking right. Well, sorry. The idiots in the center. Y'all, don't get me wrong. Back in my day, we had 3 to 4 idiots that we called the Redneck Comedy Tour. I didn't care for them because they kind of made rednecks seem stupid. And the original purpose to rednecks were rebel rousers who fought the government. That they were the fucking white man's equivalent to a working class hero. And we turned them into jokes, you know. They'll lick your truck clean if you coat it in ranch dressing. They're trashy and their lawns are so overgrown, you'll find a lawnmower in the lawn. That kind of shit, you know. Well, there was 4 of them. There's Bill Engvall, the family guy. Jeff Dunham, Jeff Foxworthy, the family man, Ron White, the rogue, and Larry the cable guy, the idiot of the idiots. What's fun to watch is to see him now that he's gotten to drop the act, because for years, y'all, he even had me fooled. I was even like, what fucking hollered they pull this motherfucker from? I have never in all my days have I met someone like him. Well, there's a reason why. They pulled him out of New Jersey or some shit. It was just a really good act. Because if you hear him talk now, he speaks very properly, not exactly in a British accent, but clearly not in a howdy, y'all. And no, I hear you. People can grow, people can change. Definitely. That from the start, he just... Y'all, to play that good of an idiot, you have to not be an idiot. The reason Trump isn't so funny is... he's a racist, and now the racists are running the show. It was funny when he was just a racist grandpa with no power. Now that he says, hey, let's deport all these immigrant folks, and ICE, who now in the military does it, it's less, ha, that's so hilarious and edgy, and more, oh, fuck, what'd we do? When he goes from, I think we're going to go talk to John Apple about the Apple computers. Wow, that's funny and stupid, Grandpa. Well, now he's wrecking the economy because he's tariffing penguins and shit. It's, oh no. And I'm sorry, I'm I'm not going to coddle you and say this wasn't writing on the wall. I'm just going to say our system itself failed us, y'all. And back in the good old days, well, just that, we would already be rioting. The people that are having their lovely vacations right now and getting that last gasp in before the economy takes a big drop in. Oh, what up, that wolf guy? It's good to see you back again, friend. I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm watching the road mostly. Oh, God, it's ugly. Look, y'all, someone with a tiny, tiny penis and no common sense, but lots of money to give to a fascist. I would get closer and mock them, but let's be honest, that's dangerous for everyone. I hope they don't get into a minor altercation with their vehicle. It'll trap them inside and then cook them, like the brass bull back in the olden days. There are others, but I'll save them because there's only one dipshit in this town that drives a Tesla, so I'm not going to dox them. We're a very poor southern town, for the record. That's just one particular rich cunt who has a daddy who's worked his whole life and a mama who's worked her whole life. So that is what you get for working your whole life and giving it all to one child. Yeah, get a Musk. What I'm saying is, don't get a Musk. Make sure the kid at least has a circle of friends. Honestly, I could see it and say it, just piss off the old folks. Let's not have kids. Just down the line, let's all collectively say, nah, we're good. If this is the peak of human evolution, I think we fucked up somewhere. Let's hit the reset. Maybe give the next hominid another chance. Because I'm sorry, y'all, if this is the peak, whoo, buddy. I've studied history. I know our lowest points. This ain't the peak, y'all. The peak's going to be when we can go into space easily. When no person on this planet goes without food. This ain't the peak, y'all. This ain't even barely cutting the minimum. We're rolling it back here in America. I mean, I don't know why. I should have seen the writing on the wall when it was, hey, y'all, COVID's going down. Take 5 feet away from each other and wash your hands. What? How dare you? Sir, this is a country of freedom, a country of morals. I have the right to rub my ass cheeks with my hands and then wipe it all across my child's face. This is a country of classic freedoms. I mean, yes, you have the right to be a nasty dipshit, but please don't. I'll never wash my hands again. I'm a real man. Oh, God, please don't. Ah, freedom. What happened, America? What the fuck happened? We used to be the country of just rambunctious freedom in the sense of, hey, that seems to be a new way to make a fuel source. Well, haha, let's see if that works out for me. And we've turned into the, hey, y'all, wipe your ass and wash your hands. How dare you? What happened, America? Because honestly, even if we can't fix this, we need to document it for future. For like the future generations to know, okay, Rome fucked up because they never got rid of slavery, so it's hard to preach the whole let's all work together when you still own each other. Rome fell because they didn't know how to fucking live. Let's see, the British Empire? Well, the British Empire fell because it spread its wealth so far and it chose to rule through the sword. So once that sword dulled, once those muscles weakened, the natives took their shit back. Cool. What killed America, y'all? What killed us? Because if we don't do something major, we're about at the end credits of America. And I hear some of y'all going with the whole, moral decay. We allowed men to bear women and women to bear men. Oh, clutching my pearls, we abandoned the Jebush. Yeah, no, fuck all that nonsense. All that nonsense happens in other countries, and they're still doing great. What killed us in particular? Is it the rampant ignorance? Is it putting literally everything behind a paywall? And again, some things, yeah, put it on a paywall. If you want to enjoy the finest kush in all the land and smoke yourself into the fucking promised land, yeah, you should probably have to work some hours to get that high. Otherwise, you'll just never fucking leave. Ditto for if you find that pleasure in a bottle. Yeah, maybe paywall that. But this magical drug that will keep you from dying if you're diabetic called insulin costs like $1.50 to make, sells for like $500 an ounce. Y'all, what the fuck is up with that, yo? If they don't get it, they just die. And for the record, insulin isn't the only one. It's just the most dramatic I know of that, yeah, we have a direct correlation. They lose health benefits. They ration out their insulin as long as they can because it is outpriced as fuck to what it's actually worth. And then they just die when they can't afford it. It's a terrible tragedy. But I mean, we've got it charted. It's happened so much, we've got fucking charts on it. Oh, that's adorable. It's a tiny, tiny controller thing. And it's soft. It's a road treasure. I'm keeping it. That wolf guy, I'm all right. Little tired, but all right. All my guts stayed in this morning, so I'm guessing that stomach bug has passed. And yeah, guns is another big issue for us that I even find circles in my party are divided on it. And I get it, but I mean, how do I say this without upsetting anyone? Give me a minute, because I have something to say about guns and just, I know immediately upon thinking it, oh, this is going to upset everyone. Look, here's the thing, y'all, real talk. I would be all for a disarmament of sorts. Like, as in, you need to have it like getting a driver's license. You get tested, you get checked, you have to go through all this every time you renew your gun. Because it's a tool that can murder people. Hell, we do it for cars, and you kind of need a car here in America, unless you're me. But, you know, even me, I gotta occasionally rely on the fucking mobiles. But either way, I'm digressing hard. Because this is hard to say, y'all. I think we fetishize guns too much. I think that in America, we have become synonymous with guns. And it's almost, not quite, but almost like a reflection of when Japan said, okay, y'all, only samurais can open carry swords. Okay, now nobody can open carry swords. That kind of shit. I feel like America's going through our own version of that, but nobody's agreeing to put down the guns. And here's the thing, I can almost like romantically see it, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, I get it. But it's hard to get that when it's like, most of these shooting situations, I haven't checked the data. Last time I checked, it had been 2 days since the last shooting event. And the CDC, over 100 rounds were fired into the building, but only one cop was killed. So it's a tragedy. It's always a fucking tragedy. The question is, which tragedy is finally going to get them to give more than thoughts and prayers? Because again, I'm not for, I think disarmament would be the best solution. When the house is on fire, the first thing you should do is take away all the matches. But I don't think that's a viable or feasible solution, especially considering we live in a time period where, well, hell, 30 minutes on YouTube, if that, and you can figure out how to make black powder. With that black powder, you have a blunderbuss. Blunderbuss plus a notepad plus time. Well, congratulations, friend. You now have your own smithery to make guns and ammo. That's as far as I can legally go into telling y'all that. But all the data you need's on fucking YouTube. You ain't got to go far. I'm just saying, in that kind of world, it's kind of difficult to say, oh, well, we'll just take all the guns away. Because You will. You'll take all the guns from everyone who's legally and law-abidingly owning them. Oh, check it out. Some of the flowers are in bloom. Some of the ones that ain't been poisoned by the city are coming through very nicely. This is your friendly reminder. Ooh, and that's a Joro spider. Did y'all see our friend? He's eating the pollinators as they pollinate. He's fucking huge too. Look at him. Size of a goddamn thumb. Pretty flowers. Not dangerous, but they will bite you. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's the thing. The other day I was walking through here and just like, well, they say they're invasive, but there ain't that. Oh. Yeah, right now is their feeding time. The ladies are out in force hunting, and the dudes are making other webs elsewhere. Look at them. Fucking I can't get too close. Woo. Because while not... Oh, that's a female. That's a female. You can tell from the head structure. The question is, will YouTube let me zoom? And will it stay? Not good enough. You can tell from the head structure. If I remember, I'll try to sketch it out. But they're very different because they chew their prey. Also, if you look over in the far corner, we've got brave little bees. Enough that I can almost hear them if I shut the fuck up. So we're going to leave this beautiful little side of nature to let nature happen. But understand, y'all, our mother will never die. We might go away. Let me fix the zoom. Nope, that's not it. Yay! Learning camera stuff out on the march. Okay. But remember, y'all, nature's always happening around us. If we're not careful, we won't be around much longer to enjoy it. But worst that'll happen is mother will take a nap and then a different creature will come and take our place. That's getting a little woo-woo for you, but I mean, real talk, ecologically speaking, even if we upset the balance, we've seen with our friends the spiders and other various arthropods, they're getting bigger, they're doing good. Instead of destroying the world, we've kind of created a bug world. And we're about to leave the ice age we've been in. For that, check out the book I'm currently reading, the sixth grade extinction event. Or just check out an ecological channel like, say, Crash Course Ecology. Either way, they'll give you more fun details, and by fun, I'm using that word very loosely, but more informative details on how we got here and possible ways on how we can get the fuck out of here. But understand, unfortunately, when it comes to ecology, all the things you're seeing and experiencing now, well, lock it in. That's about what we're going to get for the rest of our foreseeable lives. Now, what we do now will greatly impact what our children and grandchildren see. That being said, if we choose to do nothing, well, then we're going to basically be sacrificing our children for sake of the bugs. I kind of think that's a very marketable... Uh-oh, my headphones are dying or reconnecting. But let's try not to leave a world for the bugs. I kind of like this planet of the apes. See, I need a wicked synth board or something, y'all. I come up with decent little hits when I'm not, like, dying or about to die. But real talk, that's kind of the twist. They keep remaking Planet of the Apes, and now they're doing the well, they already did the Rise. They're doing the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. They're running out of ideas for ape movies, y'all, which is a shame. It really is, because I love that franchise. It is a very fun franchise. If for no other reason than the fact that it has actually aged long enough and well enough that it sort of is a self-parody, because we humans are hominids. Hominids are apes. Therefore, the entire premise of the movie, we are a planet of the apes. I really shouldn't kill jokes if I want to be a comedian, right? That seems like I'm being counterintuitive to what I should be doing. But I also don't want I don't know, y'all. I have a high standard for comedy, and I hate saying that because it sounds so douchey to say it. It's like the wino who just, oh no, I have a high standard for my wine. When I get piss drunk, it's going to be on the expensive stuff. I hate that. But, I mean, when it comes to comedy, okay, for example, you got people who watched season 1 of The Big Bang Theory and laughed because of the laugh track. Take away the laugh track to most of the comedies that are out there, and a lot of them just lose their pizzazz. Either A, like if I tried to go back and watch Friends, I just don't connect with it without the laugh track to let me know, oh, that was the joke. Okay, because like everything here seems to be set on easy mode. My life has literally become, do I make the penicillin and possibly poison myself, or do I just go without the penicillin and hope that the infection doesn't kill me? My life is much less ha-ha fun than Friends is. But at the same time, there are jokes like in The Big Bang Theory that are just science word, math problem, science word, laugh track. And I'll sit there with somebody who actually knows the science behind it, and I'll look over at them, I'm like, okay, I get the point of the joke they said. Was it a joke? And what they said was nonsense, dude. It's like somebody who watches Star Trek for the engineering. Don't get me wrong, we can dream about the engineering in Star Trek, but go up to an engineer and say you need him to build you a flux capacitor and see if they don't just give you the most confused look if they're not in on the fucking pop culture. It's like how there for a long time in the early 2000s, everyone was schizotypal, everyone had multiple personalities, and no, honey, you don't know what life is like without a cell phone and without other voices in your head. So when you don't have that access, it can feel like you're going crazy. I'm not demeaning. I'm not saying, ha ha, noob, get wrecked. I'm not being mean about it. It's what happens. It's why if you go into an actual, like, technologically detox, one, if you can afford to do such a thing, which most of us can't, if you go into a like tech detox, yeah, you'll feel, oh my God, I've gone crazy. And then when you come back to technology and you're just overwhelmed by the constant screens beeping at you, other people's screens lighting up and turning off constantly, the conversations that aren't even involving or about you in any way, they're just people talking to themselves. In your mind, in their world, they're talking on the phone. It's when you come back to that, you see how insane the world really has gone. But at the same time, I just forgot y'all are watching the screen too. But at the same time, it's just like, but what are you really going to do about it? Because me talking about it does very little. Us talking and sharing it does something. And I feel like not being sponsored by any of these fucking soulless evil corporations might be helping too, because I don't have any kind of, and don't get me wrong, I would love to have like, hey y'all, by the way, I'm sponsored by Ground News. Here's the shit they wanted me to read. I would love to have that. Just because it would give me something to read about, you know? Because I'm constantly trying to find something to actually talk about more than just, oh yeah, y'all, shit's real. Shit's real bad. Real bad. Morning glories. Fun fact about morning glories. Harvest the correct seeds and you'll go on a fun trip and meet God. Harvest the incorrect seeds and you'll get so sick you'll wish God would take you the fuck off the board. Morning glories. Like many drugs, it makes me wonder, but who did it first? And more importantly, who had the first successful trip? Because I know that if it's like peyote, that's one of those drugs that you're going to get sick no matter what. It's just if you've done it too much or you have a high tolerance, you're going to get super sick and not trip balls. It's just going to be like, here, take this. It'll make you vomit. And I don't see the appeal. I don't. Then again, being a recovered alcoholic, I get the jokes and the humor behind alcoholism, but having lived and seen those horror stories, I don't get the jokes. I get the sense that they're trying to be jokes and they're not trying to be hurtful. That's why I'm not over here going, but you guys, I don't know what that voice was. I was trying to wing something there. I'm sorry. I won't do that one again. But again, it's not to get on to nobody, because, yeah, choices people make should be able to be made fun of. But at the same time, we should never kick someone when they're down. It's why Jeremy the Quartering would be a real easy lolcow. And personally, I wouldn't see any harm in going after him, because even as his stocks and viewer count crashes to the ground, he's still bigger than me. For now. But once someone drops below you, you know, don't punch down. It shouldn't be that hard. Why are they spray painting it pink? What is the meaning? What is this pink witchery? Devilry, I say. It should be blue if it's functioning water, red if it'll catch fire. What is pink? Is this the alcohol vein? If I crack it open, will I get delicious, delicious party drinks? No, it's the friendship. I'm going to quit. That was fun for a minute. I'm going to use the bathroom right quick. If the phone disconnects, then that's the trail god saying that's our time to go. If the phone doesn't disconnect, well, cool. Y'all enjoy the sight while I go to the bathroom right quick. Porta Johns. If they want to bitch about the homeless going to the bathroom on the street, I've got a solution. Hey, y'all. Porta fucking John. God, I think that might be right. And if that's right, that's going to be a fucking, what they call that when you do a shot from downtown that you don't think you're going to make it. If it isn't, well, I tried. In football, the term would be Hail Mary pass. I don't know if anyone can hear me. I just hate the idea of y'all hearing the splash pack in this Porta John. So, yay, conversation. Awkward conversation. Yay. That being said, John Masterson, or whoever the fuck it is that designed him and came up with the Christian Scam cartoon afterwards, yeah, fuck that guy. I hope his fall from grace is a harsh one. Hey, y'all are still there. Oh, fun. We got a Bigfoot argument? Okay. I'm not going to start a fight between two of my favorite viewers, mostly because I'm on that wolf guy's side. I will say, in the skeptical community sense, it is strange how every time we get Bigfoot sightings, we also get lots of bear sightings. Are Bigfoot and the bears coalescing? Because we also, when people go out to hunt the Bigfoot with guns, we often get a bear corpse, not a Bigfoot corpse. A different brand of morning glory. Much like a cousin of the Joro spider. Can you see him? Okay, there he is. Now he's in frame. Hey, friend. A simple woodsman spider. Now, those nasty little bastards, while they are essential and do not kill them if you do not have to, they will leave a bite that does a nasty to you. It's mostly because they, much like the Joro spider, they capture their prey via the web, and then they chew it It's not like a black widow or one of these others that subdue the prey with a venom and then eat it afterwards and liquefy it. They actually chew it. There's a specific phylum for that type. I just don't remember what it is. I don't know. Because you see, for property tax relief, while that sounds nice, I'll need to do more research into it. That could just be a new way for those landowning bastards to get a leg up on us. Because yeah, back in the day, 100% down landowners, I support you. Right now, too many of the landowners are from Blackstone, BlackRock, obscure name 97. Name that sounds like a person's name, but if you Google them, that person was never born. You know, that nonsense. I will support bills for housing once we get more housing for people. And once we make it to where if you own housing in an area, you should have to live in that area. By that I mean, you need to be able to reach that location within whatever the fire department says would be the time it takes for a property to burn down. Because as the landlord or landowner that is renting this property, you do have certain responsibilities to the property itself. So you cannot fulfill those responsibilities if, say, you own properties in Florida, but live in Manhattan. Or vice versa, own properties in Detroit, but live in Florida. That is part of the big problem that I think we've run into as a society and why this current housing market is both crashing and, in my humble opinion, needs to be let to die. I just don't completely know what that means because, again, at the end of the day, we all need Fred. We all need Fred. At the end of the day, we all need bread, shelter. We all need shit, you know? And I don't see the problem with somebody when they get older buying property so they don't have to go and work. Makes perfect sense. I don't mind that. My problem is how many of their grandchildren are now running their little real estate empires? How many of those people aren't even in real estate anymore? Their children aren't even in real estate anymore. But now some AI algorithm bullshit's running it. Like I said, we don't even have the fun, fancy, in-your-face, douchey billionaire class. The ones that, oh, you like my shirt? It is Baby Seal. We crush their heads. This, you know, like James Bond level evil. We've got the Bond level evil, but they're just sad little nerds. I mean, fuck's sake, Elon Musk, one of the richest, most powerful, arguably one of the most evil people of our time, built a robot so somebody would love him. And the robot still hates him. I mean, there's a certain Faustian just, you laugh about it. Because, yeah, admittedly, I'm poor as shit, y'all. I got negative money in the bank. I got $7 to carry me through till payday, which is in 2 fucking weeks. I got a jar of peanut butter. We got 2 loaves of bread. We got a few fucking Insta meals. And I got shit I can make food out of. But you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, I got at least 3 people I can say love me. Elon Musk has all the money in the world and has built a robot. And that robot fucking hates him. He has more children. I don't even have an insert here for a joke. The man's been running around breeding children like he's a reptilian. And yet not even one of them likes him. Not even one in the 100 plus I think the little fucking reptiles had by now. And that, y'all, that's a loss. I'm sorry, but can we talk about how big these fucking rich douchebags lose just by being themselves? I mean, they're all trying to live forever, but why? I mean, how happy is your life right now? And I get it. Oh, I've got all the money in the world. I can go on a jet ski vacation holiday whenever I want. Yeah, and when you die, we're all going to laugh at you. There won't be a single person to mourn your passing. And again, I'm no fucking showboater here, but it's like, The only ethical one I know of is Dolly Parton. And damn it, I hate that because she... Look, I'm not throwing any hate Dolly's way because fuck's sake, she is... I cannot fight somebody that's fighting that hard for American literacy. I can't. God damn it, she's a hyper-capitalist and I can't stand that. But damn it, I love Dolly Parton for the fact that, one, she knew some of the people from the fucking coal miner rebellions. Two, I would be Jeffrey Bezos level billionaire because she is Maud from Future fucking Rama. She's just a nicer Maul. Because again, go to a Walmart. Go to a goddamn Walmart and tell me Dolly Parton knows what the working man is like. There is Dolly Parton syrup, Dolly Parton pancake mix, Dolly Parton pans, Dolly Parton musical extremities, Dolly Parton banjos, Dolly Parton guitars. If they send her money, she'll put her name on it. But even she's like, yeah, but y'all, the kids need to be able to read books and eat food. Even the hyper-capitalist Dolly Parton has lines, and I respect her for those lines, you know? When she dies, I will say, well, now we can kill all the billionaires. Let's go get them, folks. Put them in the meat grinder. We're done here. Because, yeah, she would be a multi-billionaire if she wanted to. But damn it, she keeps giving... She's Brewster's Millionsing it. She's keeping like $1 million. She's not going to ever be poor again. But, yeah, she gives away as much as she fucking makes. She's doing what Oprah did, but without any of the problematic homophobia, back home nonsense, or quite frankly, shit that became racist. But honestly, for that, check out FD Signifier, check out Olay and Friends. Hell, check out Olay. Just type in Oprah Winfrey. That bitch done a lot of bad shit, but it ain't my place as my melanin level to talk bad about a black woman who made $1 billion. I can't do it, y'all. I know she done terrible shit. Jesus Christ, part of the medical dilemma we're going through is because of Oprah. Doc Oz would not have gotten off the fucking ground. That ugly little troll man wouldn't have gotten as far if it weren't for Oprah's book club backing the shit out of him. We wouldn't have Dr. Phil on the border preaching his back-fried dipshittery if Oprah hadn't platformed his very, very fucking problematic dipshittery. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Check out FD Signifier, check out Olay, check out the creators who have a right to bitch about this woman, because god damn it, why ain't Olay a billionaire? She's got some good topics. And she's also Christian and black. She could do Oprah better than Oprah. She would do a better Oprah because she would give a fuck about the working folks. Sorry if that was a little too hot for Oprah. Oh shit, sorry Wolf Guy. Didn't realize you had to go. Like I said, y'all, I'm not trying to be rude and skip on chat. I'm just a marching man, a rambling man in a weird and strange land. Also, again, y'all, support your local artists. Jesse Wells is a country music singer who I am happy to say has broken on to the bluegrass circuit. Go give him a listen. He travels around, sings to the heart and soul of America, and truthfully, I cannot tell you if he is a boy or a man, but he's got the face of a 6-year-old and the body of like a 19-year-old, so go find out more about Jesse Wells. He's a damn good content creator. Like I said, y'all, it's not about right or left right now. Right now, with the way the political fucking sphere is, it's more about survival. It's more about community. It's more about working together. Because the seeds we plant today, we might get gunned down in the process of planting them. But the food that grows from them, well, if anyone survives, that'll be the food that feeds them. Yeah, you can spend your time being angry, and you should dedicate a small amount of time every day to doing something in anger to say, fuck you to how fucked up this country has become. Do it in anger, but don't do anything stupid that'll get you arrested, friends. I want to see everybody back here tomorrow. But beyond that, try to do something that'll better tomorrow too, because anger will never make tomorrow better. And a belly full of anger might keep you warm and marching, but having food will go a lot further. Remember, when you plant edible food, plant it more than 200 feet away from the road. As just a sign-off thing, I'm letting y'all know. Apparently, people in Yellowstone been taking my message in the wrong direction. Do not, under any goddamn circumstance, ever, never, ever, never, ever do it. Don't hand feed wild animals at all, y'all. In case y'all need a reference point or a statistic on this, you are made of meat. You are an omnivore, or possibly a vegetarian, made of meat. You are a meat person. To this wild animal, you are food. Yes, you are giving it food, but you are also food. If it begins to associate humans with anything more than the monstrous ghost that will murder it, it might go looking for food from other people. Hindsight, long story short, the National Parks website is letting us all know to not hand feed animals. Yes, I hand feed animals, but not wild ones. And when I do my nature food drops, I try to make sure no animals watch me dropping the food. That's why we build little shrines and things like that. Either way, y'all, you gotta be smart about what we're doing, regardless of what we're doing. Do research, be safe. Especially if you're in America, and especially in the American South or way out in the American West right now. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And be the change you want to see in the world. Take precautionary risks where you can, but make sure you're here tomorrow, because we've had too many martyrs as is. I know my sign-offs are entirely too long, but at the red light, I really gotta go. Because at the red light, I'll be turning to go past the park and then towards work. Let's flip y'all around. There we are. Sorry for the squintiness. I decided to film directly into the sun today for fun. Y'all be good, be safe, above all else. Watch out for your communities. Endure and survive, y'all. Endure and survive. Gotta do the button thing now. See y'all after work, either for a walk and talk or for a gaming stream. Bye.